Radiant team ban.
Dazzle.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dusk.
Radiant team pick.
Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining.
Disruptor!
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Shadow Fiend. Beastmaster.
Radiant team pick.
Witch Doctor.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Templar Assassin.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Starladder and I-League. With Vega Squadron, Golden Boys here. I'm Lysander, good Llama Down Under. You might have heard of her recently, casting on BTS as well, so I decided, hey, let's cast together and see how things go. Welcome to the podcast.
How you doing?
I am doing fine. It is 11 p.m. and I'm so glad the game started on time. Vega Squadron, Golden Boys I have not heard of yet, although I do Madara.
Yeah, they're the old London conspiracy team.
Oh, right, okay.
London Conspiracy dropped their team, I think maybe 2 months ago or so, after the TI qualifiers. They actually recently picked up Princess Jalopy again, and Golden Boys is a lot of the ex-members on that team. So a solid tier 2 team, and they've taken games off of NIP before, but never Vega.
Never Vega. Well, I mean, they're the winner. Yeah, ESL New York. And I almost fooled myself and said New Orleans. But yeah, ESL New York and Squadron. They are the friend. They're the new French. I mean, it used to be but now it's Vega Squadron. People are saying these guys 5 friends. We haven't got any time to go through the draft. Then we'll because there was switch around. Yeah, what are you gonna say?
Oh, I think the one thing that surprised me was Mag's Brood not being a first round ban. I feel like when you play up against Vega, you're going up against Mag. I think he's got one of the best broods in the scene right now, and the fact that he got so far into the draft, the Brood was left in for a long time, but I think Vega Squadron feeling comfortable with or without it. And actually, yeah, it's going to be Beastmaster on Mag, so this should be interesting.
Alright, so get ourselves a if it's popular with Vega. I have not seen many of their games, but I'm pretty sure it is an here it is game. Slaughter, not so much, Tusk, not so much. But then I see a lot of cores here on Golden Boys. They seem running. Okay, so Slaughter seems to be your.
It'll be offlane.
Support or offlane, yeah.
He's really popular right now as this offlane goes full stuff. and Golden Boys has run that a few times. I don't know how he's going to match up here. On the Sven, apparently Vega's run it twice, and it has a 100% win rate.
5 seconds.
So maybe, but only twice, as opposed to they've run Ember Spirit like 14 times, so.
It's like the counter negative armor strat. You see that Starladder and like, okay, you want to amp that with that Warcry. I mean, Warcry got buffs as the game went on. The patches came in, and then now the Warcry buff is insane actually. The bonus armor at rank 4, and it's gonna be a core Sven. Might not see as much Warcry, just one, but it'll be enough to help dive towers with the heroes they have. They have Disruptor. I love this new mask, and at first I was thinking, okay, first time casting, I am going to just say, all right, always gonna do the same thing with you, but we can't do that. So we'll have a little bit of your intro later on game number 2.
Sounds great.
All right, so go through the teams.
Oh yeah, sure. So on Golden Boys, we've got Kisa on Shadow Fiend, actually headed out to that bottom lane. We've got Skylark on the offlane Slaughter. Solo on, Solo was speaking. So we've got Skanks on the Witch Doctor. His name is actually Skanks, even though he's only showing the S right now. Don't know what's up with that.
Skanks. All right, got it. Got it.
Madara is on that Ember Spirit, and finally their other support maybe next time on the Tusk. And it'll actually be interesting. Yeah, I just think an early rotation they wanted to stop that ward, but because Mag TP'd out, which is really popular with the reduction in cost, not going to catch it.
Yeah. Right, so Vega, the friendship squad on that Templar Assassin, that new set as well. Seaman the Slayer on the Disruptor. We have Pasha, 9 Pasha. We'll be playing that Sven, Soul, Dazzle, and Mag will be playing that Beastmaster. Last but not least, Boots first, very going on that offlane with a single. So gonna have to really stretch that regen thin.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. So if it weren't Golden Boys versus Vega, I'd be really worried for Mag. I think he can handle it. He's very experienced. But just a boar and just Boots is your escape mechanism. They've got a couple of things on Golden Boys that they can throw at you. So running away not the easiest, but it should be fine for a few levels. So, and in this mid, I don't want to be the Shadow Fiend here. You got a lot of people in your lane.
Disruptor is a tryhard, You always start off with the Thunder Strike. It's the same like a Skyruff mage, you just that guy mid, Steph. Okay, and the one for race level 1. Dish out some Templars has. Just a couple of right clicks now.
Yeah.
This mid matchup seems to be down to half health with that one tank. I think he'll be doing. That's his only goal here. Ancient stack, somehow cheat a few.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder with the buff to the ancient creeps, but he can certainly, because of the boar uptime, you can just use it up top.
Lane. Yeah, they're gonna be bashing on Slaughter, but he's gonna crush. He should be fine unless they glimpse him back with a level 1 Disruptor. It should not be a
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of damage onto.
This is the second time he's gotten low in this lane as well. This Disruptor has been using that lightning strike, Thunder Strike, as a bit of a joke, just keeps hitting him with it, so.
Yeah. And I like this. I feel like 2 Dazzles over good. I mean, he even has purple text in its 2 to make it extra fancy, and I think it's really underrated. A lot of players, they skip it for stats, and it's really hard to say. I know a lot of people really want, they're like, hey, we need Shallow Grip, we need heal. Actually, in the mid, at the top rune, we have Skylark. He's going to get the bounty, but again, he goes down to half health, and he doesn't even have sprint yet, because he's not level 1. Oh gosh, he's going to try to go in on Solo, but I don't. Okay, I was pretty sure that if Solo stayed in fort, he might have been able to kill the Slaughter. He had no mana, though, and of course, he's level 1, so he doesn't have the Shadow Wave or Shallow Grave. Yeah, I think we've been that Tusker rolling in, but it does damage to Slaughter, pushes him back. He does get the last tango eaten. He's gonna start regenning, and I know we said we'll later on, but I hear that you're your MMR is about 5,000. So are you that?
No, I'm full 0.2. I haven't played ranked in a long time.
Mag bottom lane, and he'll lash him up. But Madara, he's gonna take much damage. Gonna go down. No, the Green Lantern from which is gonna heal him right back up. So that was really close. Unfortunate for Beastmaster there. Boost of speed, roll boost does tend to get you killed. The gap close on you. But yeah, you're 4 points here. Okay, it's not
I'm
too bad,
4.2k on US West, which is like, we joke that it's better than Europe, but I think it's all the same. It means I have a solid understanding of the game. I can certainly work on my mechanics, and I'm always trying. So it's actually.
I was hoping you were 5k, and then
Oh no.
They would be.
No.
Stop flaming,
I'm actually going
between
to.
the two of us, we need.
Yeah, and between the two of us, we probably add up to 5k, so it's good.
No, between two of us, we're like 8,000.
Excellent. Yeah. No, I actually am. The plan is to grind MMR, because as you said, it's a respect thing. But even if you grind MMR, you can look at Capitalist. People still tell him he doesn't know what he's talking about, and the guy's 6k.
Fanning the flip. That's
yeah.
Loves to play. But, I mean, I was 5,001. I had to screen.
Yeah, why do you ever play ranked again? When you hit the number,
yeah,
if I hit 5k,
I
I'm
wouldn't.
playing ranked.
But then, I got weak.
No. That's the problem. See, if I ever get 5k, I'm actually just never gonna play again, and I'm just gonna.
That's what you say. But
no, I
you
will. I'll play unranked. It's fine. Anyway, but back into it. We've got it's actually pretty even across the board with farm, a little bit ahead on Vega, but because of that first blood, you could argue it's even. There might be a gank rotation coming in mid. Tusker's chillaxing. It's really hard to kill off a TA though, especially when she has dazzle support. So nothing gonna latch.
Yeah, nothing's gonna latch you, and I really like to see how much farm actually getting, despite that lane pinned early game. With Seaman Slayer there, keeping only at that level 3. Now I like that. Getting that second point to strike could do a lot more damage. Points in glimpse for quick pullback, stuff like that. Just holding the skill point for the more efficient harassment as well. I'd like to see the 130 at level 1.
Yeah, it's also something where I think Golden Boys have realized this top lane, they're just not getting the harass they want with what was a tri lane at one point for Vega, because they've actually rotated out the Tusk. This should be a really harassing lane with Starladder Tusk. You throw Ice Shards, you do Slithering Crush, but they just can't get near the wave. Having a lot of trouble up there, and they are maxing the armor, the Warcry on Sven. So all of these attempts at engagements, of course, Slaughter's completely physical, so it's not going to do as much damage.
But going away from Great Cleave. Normally you would see supports. Oh, okay, wait, Seaman Slayer pulls the Slaughter back. Just what's trouble here? That's already. Pasha's got fast. Gonna be 0 aggression from out. But Skylark again losing half. Level 2 only. It's been doing a great job. This Slaughter has been thrown.
Yeah, I think it's something where he really can't solo. It's similar to a, who else do they run offlane who can't solo? Doom. Doom has a lot of trouble soloing. He might have to go to the jungle or whatever. But it's really rough against, I guess, Disruptor just bringing too much hurt. I didn't expect that he would. And I think Slaughter too afraid of dying. And now they're checking for stacks, but I don't know if they're going to find, I mean... They're not. They're stacking the Ancients for TA because that's what she can do. So they're not going to find anyone. This could be a wraparound gank onto Templar Assassin though. So
it's going to be a difficult gank, like you said, with Dazzle. But I just want to talk a little bit about, and I'm going to keep the camera on mid. But the Sven not going for. Normally you'd stack up the jungle for him, and then when he gets that cleave, he goes in to clear it. But I think not skipping Warcry against a starter lineup could be the right option here. So we'll see, especially against Spire and Ember. A lot of physical damage thrown out. So. Warcry buff could really I think they're trying to aim towards the death ball timing push.
Yeah.
Farm to fatness. And power does come at mid-range kind of strategy. Like they're 100% win rate on it. I'm pretty sure they know what they'll do.
I think it really is the case. They want to hit timings and go ham. Actually, Sven maybe going to go on Skylark here. Slithering Crush. Is it going to happen? No, they saw each other. They just walked away. But the Ancients as well. They now know about
Tusker?
this. God, I don't think he can kill here. Oh, when he's actually.
Oh, he's in so much trouble. I think he's dead. Yeah. He's dead.
I'm pretty sure he's dead. There's gonna be. She doesn't have Meld Strike yet, but with the Snowball in, he doesn't have options and one more auto attack. So, but yeah, on Sven, it also gives you a bit more lane control, arguably, with not skilling the Great Cleave. But yeah, as you said, I think he'll probably pick up a blink. They will push. It's a little bit hard, I feel, for Vega because they don't have a natural mech carrier for those early fights. But they should still, with a Dazzle, be able to make it pretty easy.
Beastmaster.
I don't think he'll run. He likes to go Necronomicon. Speaking of 3 remnants,
he's
all
dead.
Searing Chains, yeah. Goodbye, Mag. He actually brings Madara quite low, taking advantage of axes being physical, but not enough. Yeah, Beastmaster, a lot of people like to really rush Necronomicon, you know, get their levels, get Inner Beast plus that Necronomicon passive, and then you hit fast. Not like a truck, but like a machine gun. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, that's true. The Necronom good for stack
Radiant's top
some of the
tower
mana
is under
boost.
attack.
And it just helps the natural kit, you know, with the raw surround and can push towers with your aura as well. But yeah, they do get a kill on him again, and of course, I'm sure Disruptor. That mechanism.
Yeah, it'll just be late.
It will be a little bit late. The both heroes haven't been farming as much, so they're gonna rely on that 5 men to be earning. But they should be looking
Yeah, and
get up the core items like drums and Sven.
it's very even still. We've got a slight lead for Vega, but it's nothing that it's nothing to write home about. It's certainly something one team fight can erase. But now they're getting the push, and you can see Pasha Bashu just taking no damage to this tower because of the war cry. So
Yeah. It's a very good push, and once they get the drums, they're gonna group up. Starladder gets his blink or any sort of movement. Ember Spirit before he gets any big items. Force them to fight, you know, because heroes like SF and Ember Spirit like to play greedy. They want to stack up jungles, they want to sit back. They don't want to be forced into engagements where they're not at their full strength. So getting a short timing attack in the early stages of the game can get you get your TA, the items like Deso, like getting right now. Yeah, really up your game and maybe earn a mech from there and just snowball. That's the plan.
But they are working quickly. Kiza on that SF, he's going to make sure he has his mech timing up. He's been doing a few stacks in the jungle. He is having a bit of a hard time against this Templar Assassin. I think that's expected, where Shadow Fiend, he's going to have to rely on stacks. And just because Templar has had Dazzle, Solo is constantly stacking. He's only level 4 because of this, but TA's just been doing Ancient Stack after Ancient Stack, so that's why her form is so good.
Yeah. And, Nada taking a huge chunk of damage here from
Oh, I think he's dead.
Gives him... But no,
That's
Starladder does run rid. That recent buff.
Yeah, also the phase. You can now phase through things. It can certainly help you. Maybe you get stunned in a creep wave. You just wander on through it. You're not having to worry about
it's a huge
talking.
problem getting stuck in.
Yeah.
I think that's Starladder's main point. The bloody melee creep. Really annoying, and I think that these kind of small convenient changes to Starladder, you know, the small incremental changes, are seeing what's causing this sharp increase in Starladder picks. You know, I think they need to
He went way up.
increase that model beauty, and then we'll have lots of picks coming in. I mean, what Arcana did for.
Exactly. Now we've got a quadruple stack on this Ancients again, so probably gonna just see no one pop over, getting very close to that Deso.
Now we could bag this time. I don't think a fish could get out of here. He tried to go and chop, but I don't think this time. He tries to go for double crush, but strike will be too much for him. More strike here.
12 health. He needs to escape though. He has a TP, so as long as Disruptor.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, he should get out of here. Shouldn't be a problem. Get a port away. Looks like they back off, so. Player not gonna get a kill again. Wow, nice Tranquil Boost pickup, and he'll be healing up as well. He come around for a surprise attack if they're not. But here's Starladder coming in. No, man coming in. The snowball will roll up. Pasha gonna drag him. Oh wait, goes over the Disruptor though. Not sure if that was the right choice of action. He'll get power. The punches will come in. The Thunder Strike not gonna be enough. Where's the Focus Fire though? And it'll be enough. C-Man pulls him back in here, but now here comes Kiza. The slash up to the cleave comes in, and now when Gang's going down, Skylab running away as well. He misses on that crush. And Kiza does get that pullback. Does he get it back here? No, Nai Pasha not gonna be able to get that kill, but they do get 3 kills to the Dazzle while they're doing that ancient stack. But Sven claims back 1 kill, and there you go. That drums of endurance. So total up, I think it's a net worth.
Golden Boys.
1,500 gold now.
Yeah. Golden Boys got really lucky in that fight, so they picked off the Templar Assassin really early on. Unfortunately, they lost Ember to the physical damage coming out of Beastmaster. But then, because the TA went down, the Coconuts then bounced between 2 heroes a bunch, which is how they netted another kill on the side there. But unfortunately, just not Not enough, even though they had the SF around. And I think he actually made a mistake. Even with the war cry on Sven, he was pretty low.
Slayer could get a perfect net here. No, he's good. Back him already. Braved up, so his damage is. Assassin will lose life again. Now Bash punching. The ultimate's got a 2-shot. Gangsters, he get that kill. No. Ultimate will be destroyed. The machine gun. There's your cry doing work. Yeah, losing so. Doesn't go down. Madara, does he have a sleight of fist? Yes, he does. Not enough, and he will miss there, but Pasha, he does have that double damage loop around. Madara could go down 3 hits, though. Why didn't he pick up that double damage? He just didn't want to play greedy there. Didn't want to Boston. I think he will get out of this amplified damage on its way out. No, the snowball will be ready, and this should be the. But no, maybe not. Yes, the shots will be. Also Vega, and you know, if you didn't tell me that Golden. I would say that hey, easy game for Vega, but you know I saw back at qualifiers, so I'm not gonna.
Under attack.
They're a really solid team. I think. Oh goodness, this is gonna be completely spotted. So they glimpse him back though into a static storm. Madara, I think you're going down. His team's trying to come around and help. Can they keep him alive? The coconuts are bouncing. He's in the snowball. Can he do anything? He's running away. He's still alive. And the searing chains. They're gonna actually get kills off here. This is amazing from Golden Boys. All the saves coming out. I don't know if they'll be able to catch no one. Oh, they are. Raise anything. They've got him. And this team fight is still going on. Primal Roar is on cooldown. Pashu, he has to escape too, but he gets Walrus punched up. That's basically locked down. And the Razors and holy Toledo. Golden Boys.
That is the.
Yeah.
Dire structures.
So much heal. First anyone down. Sven just doesn't hit hard enough. Max stun, you know, normally you don't see max stun because keep going for great cleave and well, even with the max stun, not enough damage and again down. I think this mid hammer needs to be honest.
Yeah, so I think I really have to respect what Golden Boys has done here. They kept going to contest the Ancients. A lot of teams would maybe contest it once, ward it up, and then ignore it. But they actually made sure that Templar Assassin didn't have space to get it. It slowed down her Deso, as you mentioned, and holy cow, is it good. And yeah, now they're backing at the appropriate time. Probably going to lose one. Yeah.
Teach that skank a lesson.
Oh, he killed the
I know, he's gotta get out. What the hell?
So, oh my goodness, that was really good.
Yeah, man. Right, so Chara is 8k.
Yeah, but everybody's 8k these days, come on.
Oh,
come on, everyone,
we're 8k
please.
together?
Yes. No, but Madara, no, they are really good on Golden Boys. I think it's just something where other teams, in the games I've seen, other teams just tend to outperform them a little bit on best of 3 basis. They can certainly take games off of team. I'm not kidding, they knocked NIP out of the major open qualifiers twice, if I recall correctly. So, I mean, they're solid, but they have troubles, it seems, in best of 3s really sealing the deal.
Alright, so closing out the game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, Keita. So I used to hate on it a lot, you know, Sanjasha, lol, you know, 4 hit, but you know, Sanjasha after Ice Rock keep buffing it, and Sanjasha is actually really good now because it's so fast and it gives you carries, I think. On Shadow Fiend, I remain on the fence, but I think it's excellent.
It's a solid, cheap item that gives you a lot of health. If he switches to Treads, yeah, he's on Strength now, you can see he's got 1500 health. They don't, without the Deso, without Sven in his God Strength form, they don't have enough damage to deal with the Shadow Fiend, and especially with the mech, I think that puts him up around 1800 effective HP, which is huge at 16 minutes into the game. And they get a tower pushed up the back of it. They might exchange mid. I expect them maybe to TP because mid tower is so powerful.
Yeah, no, I don't think there will be defense here because after those 2 consecutive losses, you just want to go for a trade and get whatever scraps you can. You know, we talked about lead for them earlier, but it's skyrocketed up to 3000 now in favor of gold. That Midas in that Kiza. He will get that last hit on the tier. Extra cash. Might glimpse him back, you know.
Yeah. So, I think actually probably Vega really happy with this trade, all things considered. They've also got the issue, Dazzle just hit Yeah, he's only level 6, so hopefully with that in place, it'll help them. They have been suffering a bit to amp damage, but with Weave, it should help. But at the same time, Beastmaster and Sven... Oh, Sven actually picked up his Blink. Slaughter's about to have his too, though. He just needs to farm a few camps on maybe this top wave.
Yeah, alright, so the Blink away will come. Fail that gank on Sven. But yeah, space made, and... This Witch Doctor is really at the engagements as well. Being able to diffuse that aggression from... They like to dive in with that Templar, with that when Mask really punishes them really. And Ember's gank there is just
Might be another one.
okay. They're gonna glimpse him back. Do they see him? They do see him. Now they're gonna turn on that lightning. Dara's in a lot. So much heal though. That's gonna be enough. And there you go. Down it goes. The Golden Blades will be enough to take out the Ember Spirit. So Dara overestimating his hit. Okay, he's gonna get punished. 5 seconds to a glimpse. We find a SF pull here. Do pull. Oh no, we're gonna pull gank again. Breath of Desolate. I get Desolate. Never.
Oh,
Radiant's bottom
I
tower
don't...
is under
Yeah.
attack.
I don't think the BKB is bad necessarily, but she really wants the Deso Blink. Very standard build, but we'll see either way. And the other thing I think that's super interesting here, I really like this from Ember. A lot of Embers like to go bots. Bots, of course, it's super farm efficient, but it doesn't make you as tanky. And we've actually seen in a couple of these engagements, unfortunately not that last one, but it saved his life.
I think it's a very greedy.
It is.
I identify Boots of Travel and Midas as the items because one is buy BOT eliminates the and allows you to farm very, and buying a Midas gives you that. So they're both greed items, but given on Ember, like you said, need to fight, and I see that when Boots of Travel is bought because you sink 2,000 gold in a non-damage, non-combat item when Ember is a early on. I feel like it's a huge waste. It's like going Midas on heroes with, I don't know a good hero to, maybe Lion. Yeah, maybe
It's
Midas and Lion.
a
It's
hero
kind of
that could buy something else. That it's definitely important. It's definitely important to think about, and I think especially here where the early game for Vega looked like it could have had such an early, as you mentioned, it had a potential for snowball with pushing with that early Deso. It's something that you do have to be careful about on Golden Boys. He'll eventually want the bots, especially if this game does go super late, because Vega will have a lot of trickery they can pull with Beastmaster.
Talking about a BOT rush, not an eventual pickup.
Yeah, no,
eventually when you have all your before that, you don't threats and drums, stats really work well.
Yeah.
And the drums really allows him to just pursue targets with that Amber Shield.
Yeah.
Walk up close to them, push them for trying to gank you. It's a very strong item, gives beefiness as well, but it does seem like Battlefield Rerun for Amber Spirit, which I think is fine. But yeah, we'll see how well Mac plays into this game, because he already has that book. Right, that bad start. Already got that book too, and with that Hawk scouting vision, it's a bigger deal than I think a lot of people give credit for. Targets with Glimpse, but natural synergy with your lineup.
Yeah, another thing that's really interesting, Vega just tried for a smoke, not knowing, because of the positioning of Golden Boys, they actually had a lot of their supports pretty far back. So Vega tried for a smoke into the jungle. I'm a little bit surprised though, because often when you try for these blind smokes, which they did, because they dropped this ward and this one had been up already, but they knew that there wasn't anybody in this mid region, and I feel like going for a blind smoke always dangerous. In this case, they didn't run into like 5 or something, but they didn't catch anyone either. So maybe they'll catch bottom tower. It looks like they might be able to push it fast enough from Golden Boys that they might not even get bottom. And yeah, they're actually trying to pull the creeps because they really want to make sure they get this on Vega.
Yeah, I think they'll get it.
With the Deso,
I mean, use here to just shield this tower for a little bit long, but I don't see any kind of response here from either team. They're tier 1s. Might see Vega run back for this tier, but I don't think that's the case. They're gonna try and pressure. I think they have that Deso, they want to get that moment. They got the age. I think they want to push for it. Tier 2 for tier 2. They're gonna charge in, take down this tier 2 tower, and then go for base, I think. High ground. That rages.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I feel like Golden Boys, after the previous success, they might want to fight, but I guess they're content to push.
It is an Aegis now.
Yeah.
But they're going in with Dara. Glimpse could be enough. Is there vision? Oh, here comes Starladder. He jumps in. Might be enough there. No, the coconut has been expanded. Oh, one target, but good jump in. Yeah, from Skylark. Just kidding. He gets destroyed by Dazzle. Braved up, Madara caught in the static storm. Silence. He will be brought double damage Templar Assassin. Pretty good stuff. Maybe next time, sir. 10-10. Line is now balanced. GP lose 3 for nothing. And they glimpse one back. The skank gonna get punished again. This hammer will come. Alexis Big takes heroes down. Tower and the gold ground down to 2005. Vega's way. And the Necro built that Desolator. So much damage coming in. And I think partially that was a big waste of coconut there on that solo Sven.
Not only wasted the coconut, it felt like Golden Boys wasn't sure if they were staying or if they were going. It felt like Tusk got initiated on. The plan there is, okay, Tusk's been initiated on, sacrifice him, make sure everybody else gets out, and just let the Tusk die. But instead, Skylark came back in on that slaughter. He didn't need to. He did a really good slithering crush, but then as we saw, he was blown up by Shadow Wave. So maybe just needing to sacrifice their heroes a little bit better. But also really hard with the Hawk vision, right? You can get glimpses off so easily with that thing that maybe you're
Wards.
Yeah.
Very clever lineup. You have Weave, Vision, range on that 1000 range. You can just blanket the whole area. It's kind of like a satellite scan, and then glimpse anyone back. Then you have your Beastmaster Hawk, always perving on the enemy heroes. That Templar Assassin's trap. So all in all, good stuff.
Something that you're bringing up is really interesting. Last patch, a lot of vision skills were nerfed. For example, the Thunderstrike on Disruptor, things like Bounty Hunter's Track. A lot of them were nerfed, and now TA's traps weren't. Hawk, of course, wasn't. So you get this thing where now vision in-game, that's, I think, partly why Night Stalker's so powerful right now. Vision wins you games. Everybody knows this. But with a lot of spells losing the vision they give, suddenly small things like TA traps, like the Hawk had always been big, but they get even bigger just because you don't have as much vision giving spells. So really interesting, and I do agree with you. A really nice little tricksy draft. I do think if it goes late, I'm not sure if it will yet, because these teams looking very even right now. A little bit in favor of Vega since that last team fight, but again, one win from Golden Boys in a team fight, it'll be right back to 0 net worth and experience. But if it does go late...
Can they win, though?
Yeah,
Their heroes look squishy.
Part of the problem is Ember Spirit does need more than just the Battle Fury to get online with his physical damage. We talked about Flame God Searing Chains, huge amounts of magical damage. He's not there on physical, which of course you'd love paired with a Slaughter. So once he gets even just the Chrysalis, I think they have better chances in these team fights. But he's being glimpse static stormed in 3 of the fights. You do nothing.
Have, I mean, yeah, you could count Tuska, but his snowball is usually defense. And if Madara, I mean, you trying to run every single time, but they can't so far away. Like I said, Dazzle's like scan with the Weave, Hawk, the Temple Traps, they all have such that you can always pull back the Ember Spirit, and there's nothing safe. So the minute
is under attack.
Sven will just charge to the and destroy anyone, because your Slarddar's a support. He doesn't have that net that he's used to. He just jumps in and gets blown up.
Yeah.
Right, so it's you don't really have a lot of frontliners, and the SF, his mech was good. Now with the Desolator, with more strength, and now with the Armlet of More, it's gonna be extra.
Oh,
I don't think your mech is going to.
Yeah, and initially I was like, oh, he went an Omelette. I wasn't sure whether he was going to go Helmet the Dominator or something else, but of course it makes a lot of sense here, because it also gives you a bit of armor. It makes you hit, or what do we call it, poor man's heart, I think. Makes you hit a bit faster, gives you a bit more armor, which is always great against the Slaughter. And then when you couple it up with bloody Inner Beast and the Necronomicon passive, this Sven is, I mean, he'll love to get an AC in a bit, maybe even the Beastmaster, depending on the farm, will get that item, but you're already hitting really fast with just the drums and the armlet turned on and then all the passives. And what is this? They just keep drawing purple boxes. It's not like a shape, is it?
I think they're saying like they're there, hiding there.
he actually could be just like, guys, I want a ward up here. I don't know if you know about this spot, but there's a nice little ward spot up. Yeah, and
everywhere.
It can be. Yeah.
Anti-Tinker.
Yeah. Because it can certainly be helpful as well against someone like TA who might blink escape, although I think it's better here for Vega. They don't need it because they have Hawk, but you can sometimes catch people's remnants up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very possible. I think he's... Oh, hit the wall. Oh, dodge it, dodge it, dodge it.
I always love what the people draw. I just recently found out some people have like macros which draw stuff. And so I was casting a game where the players were drawing like perfect owls, and I was really impressed at how well they drew owls, and then it was explained to me that no, it's just macros where you press it, but all their macros were owls.
Owls.
Yeah, owls. So, on Skylark
Okay.
though, now that we're mentioning Skylark, you mentioned he's not tanky enough. He has another issue in that traditionally this offlane slaughter build, it's utility slaughter. He's going to pick up a 4-staff next, probably, and that still doesn't tank him up. A lot of players, to get around being so squishy, they actually go the treads. The tranquils aren't super bad here just because there is a lot of physical damage coming out of Vega since Dazzle is all physical, but we can see he blew up anyway to Shadow Wave. So I'm not sure if he'll get enough farm this game to get a bit more of a tanky item. It might just be bracers for him. Forced off maybe a bracer casually, because Slaughter single, he clicks on one hero at a time. He doesn't farm well in the jungle. Like, Slithering Crush is not a farming tool. So
Yeah, you talked about the 4-staff. I kind of like the 4-staff pickup, especially since it runs really fast. You know, you can always look like you're skiing around with that 4-staff. You just in and out, you crush and you force yourself out of there.
yeah.
But in this, the Starladder sometimes has to himself too much by getting in, and with the pullback mechanics of Vega,
Oh yeah, he's gonna die.
there is no way he's getting out of there. So maybe skipping the force for something else. Maybe, I don't know, BK. It might not even work because point that's Templar. Something else might be better here. 4-staff is not bad, but I feel like 4-staff style of play there suits a Raid King more, because he can't afford to die once.
Slaughter is going to die in these engagements. It's also really rough for him, the fact that he's going to die in every engagement, because you really want him around. So amp damage has 5-second cooldown. You can get off quite a few in a team fight, but here we're seeing, as you mentioned, they can blow up the Slaughter just really fast. And it's something where he would like to get off, at least 2 amp damages on the enemy team, but he also wants that great out of nowhere initiation with Slithering Crush. Its AoE is huge. You can stun 5 heroes if you want with this thing. Its AoE is actually giant. So it's really rough for him to have to decide, do I give my team the amp damage, which is half the reason I was picked, or do I get the good initiation?
I think a big part would be how the Witch Doctor positions himself. Ember Spirit should not show himself. I think the Slaughter's role would be to go in there and absorb everything, and then the rest of his team follow up and get the kill. Because right now they're getting their Ember Spirit caught out, because Ember Spirit always tries to in and out, front to the back, but the glimpse prevents that. So positioning is really compromised. Madara, I think he's gonna have some income fights. He has to really tweak up his playstyle, hide in the remnant out maybe into the fight. Just stand and wait. Maybe even dagger. I don't like suggesting that item even. Might be necessary for this game. I've seen it done from a few Southeast Asian Ember Spirit players, but he's what a dank.
Yes, he's very on point, knowing which ones are in style. Obviously, Mingli is the most popular
I like
emote.
good. It's got a. I get the expression. I kind of like it. I don't know. Do you like Mingli as well?
I like Mingli. I like PogChamp because I actually really like Gutex. As I follow some of the fighting scene, not very well, but I watched some Street Fighter 4, soon to be 5, and so I really do enjoy seeing Gutex and Mike Ross doing their thing. They're a very enjoyable duo, so I like their emotes. But yeah, so we're still paused. Let's take a look around the map. I think the next Roshan will also be super interesting because both teams have very fast Roshan lineups with amp damage and Presence of the Dark Lord. They can take it really fast on Golden Boys. They just need the opportunity. It might be something where when next Roshan is up, a smoke could save either team the game, because of course having Aegis is big, but we had a big rotation coming out. Oh guys!
Again. That Invis. Say like, oh, that's 7.
Yeah.
Having that Ninja Invis could cause big trouble for GB in the fight, but nope, he just takes out the... No Witch Doctor heavy machinery. They're not gonna have that machine gun ready. They'll lose another tier 2 tower at least, and I'm not sure how much more. This Aegis doesn't have much more.
No, it's gonna expire.
Just with Aegis, yeah. They should not be just, but
Radiant's middle
yeah,
tower
the
has
SF still
fallen.
doing his best. You know, split. He has got his S and Y BKB already. Yeah, so it looks like the Aegis will time now, and Vega pull back. They don't.
Yeah, it's. I think it's a good play by both teams not to fight there. Golden Boy's trying to make whatever space they can, getting a little bit of a push on top tower. Certainly, maybe if your team fight goes your way, you can push down that line. But Necronomicon, level 3 up. Beastmaster will get that blink soon. The Primal Roar gets even scarier. Ember Spirit has to be very careful as this progresses, and I figure he's probably going to, feeling that they need the damage to stop the high ground pushes, he's probably going to... Oh, goodness.
They know, they
he's
know.
fine.
Pasha,
Should be
he's
fine.
flexing those biceps now. But see,
But with he'll probably go Chrysalis first. He may also be thinking, as you mentioned, BKB not great here. A lot of stuff goes through BKB. He might go for a Linken's though. I think that everything almost that Linken's blocks, you're happy with it blocking. Thunderstrike would be a bit irritating, but Thunderstrike would still give you a time to Remnant. You should be able to, in the time that Thunderstrike goes off, Remnant far enough away to get out of, or at least use your Remnant to get out
can
of
he buy enough
Glimpse range.
time to
No.
slows down your damage? That's
Yeah, I think he has to go the Linken's after a Chrysalis, otherwise they might not be able to hold these towers. And it is really scary, as you mentioned. Linken's, it's not an item you want to go on Ember. You want to build super tanky. I guess maybe he could also try for the Manta and just say that he's really good at using Sleight of
Fake out,
Fist, Manta,
yeah.
and so on to dodge Glimpse. But
I don't
yeah,
think
it's scary. You
you can.
you
with
can.
this
It's
second.
yeah. It's like it's really hard. It's not one of those easy Manta dodges where you're like, oh,
Yeah.
projectiles flying at me. I'm good at Dota. It's difficult. And also, funny facts about Glimpse. It's one of the few debuffs that persists after death. So I don't think we'll ever see it in a game. But I always have hopes of you're being glimpsed. You were glimpsed. You died. Maybe you need to get back to the team fight. You
The
buy
buyback
back.
and you
Yeah.
I
You
feel-
kill everyone. You have. Oh, I want. That's like my
wait,
dream.
wait. Like you die,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you buy back right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
I saw there was a huge throw from a gyrocopter. He died. He died in the mid, and I think he died in the mid lane, and then he bought back right away when they were in at his tier 3. Oh wait,
Yes.
Skylark here, Pasha, Glimpse.
And
Okay,
actually, look
okay,
at where
Phil.
Tusk is. Maybe next time is like, hey guys, very slowly am I pushing your top tower with ice shots. He needs to TP away.
Yeah, if the bird flies past. But yeah, like I was saying,
Okay, yeah.
but I was saying the gyrocopter bought back at the tier 3. The disruptor glimpsed him.
Yeah, and we
When
have
he
a
died,
primal roar used. Oh gosh, Mag, he's going down. What is he doing there? I think he thought he could pick off Voodoo, but no such luck, and
So
they're
let
all
it go.
there. Yeah, it was a very ambitious attempt as well. Deep in your enemy's
Double
jungle,
break.
his hawk wasn't up.
Gank. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of your gang. Yeah, he didn't. This is not the Moscow Met.
Oh, it is a Linken's, I think, on Ember Spirit. Could be a Scotty as well, but he bought the ultimate orb.
Yeah, I think it's gotta be Lincoln. Oh no, actually
really
no,
good.
it doesn't have a... Could be a Scotty. I honestly
Yeah.
think it would be Scotty. Kiting the enemy or the Sven is a good idea actually.
Scotty's fantastic on Ember. I think it's a little bit underrated. A lot of people talk about Manta or BKB as defensive items. Scotty tanks you up. It actually gives you decent damage, and as you said, the attack modifier on it, although I guess, yeah, it counts as an attack modifier. It is very good, as you said, for it's kind of kiting people. Ember, even though you're melee with Sleight of Fist, you can kind of add that, and then Sven is like,
Kite Sven
oh
and Tesla.
gosh.
And Roshan's gonna trap in, so that's gonna be a higher way. I don't smell contests coming. Why? But
Dire's middle tower.
It's
I feel like
really
Jay will
rough.
evaporate Roshan. There you go.
Yeah, so here it goes. I think that I have to give Vega the edge in the Roche Pit team fight just because they do have Static Storm and Primal Roar. Primal Roar in the Roche Pit, it's you push people onto the high ground, everybody cries.
And they have Bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, pushing the high ground. That's
Yeah, and they actually all smoke up if Golden Boys, so it's a really risky play, but sometimes after folks Roshan, although are they planning on smoking on Vega? Oh, they don't have one, it looks like. No, they might be able to catch one out here, but they don't know the whole team is there, so the smoke for Golden Boys, this could be GG if they play this wrong, and no, they're just gonna push out top some more.
yeah. I feel like picking a Aegis lineup. Even if you can't out, very likely Aegis guys in front. Just expended everything on a free life.
Sometimes you get lucky, people split up and farm for like a minute or two after the Aegis, just saying, hey, we want an item before we push. But they did a very common thing on Vega. They smoked right after the Aegis. They're searching again, these two teams missing each other. They have no idea where the other is. It's really funny considering the vision advantage Vega has with Hawk and so on.
Maybe
but...
next time he won't. Yeah, they see him. Oh, the creeps saw him.
He has a TP, so he should be fine. And everybody, it looks like, from Golden Boy is just going to get out. Yeah. So...
he's thinking about some...
He's gonna die, I think. They're... Oh gosh, they go on the wrong side. Did you see Dazzler used Weave for vision right over here?
Yeah.
And didn't quite catch him.
Yep, well, scanned the wrong area, and we'll miss on the kill. Tuska's risky paying off, but I guess you go big or go home. You really need to buy the time when you play against Aegis. Now, especially 5 minutes. There's a lot of window. You can see the Shadow Fiend already in middle, pushing this wave away. So at least when GB push in, they get the push on one lane.
Top tower has fallen.
The other lanes are still further pushed in, so might get a tier 2 trade from...
But they might lose Araxia. Oh gosh, Skylock, really aggressive Slitherine Crush, and Ice Shards as well. The wave play without the Ember, it's pretty damn lacking, and also Ember's desperately trying to farm up that Linken's. He won't have buyback for this team fight probably, because he's
7
gonna
seconds
buy
on
out.
that tower before you get... Tuska's Sigil gonna be buying some time, but that's it. They're gonna lose that tier 3 towers now. The Rack's gonna get worked on. They're gonna start fighting. The Sleight of Fist chains will miss. They will range Racks here. The Glimpse goes back. No! What? Oh no, Shadow Fiend, he got Glimpse backs. This is 4 versus 5. They're gonna get a free Racks here. Power of Disruptor right here, boy. And Vega will clear Racks, get out of there.
Yeah.
Suddenly we have that TA, 17,000 net worth.
Shadow Fiend made a little mistake there. I feel like the moment you're glimpsed back, he was trying to... I'm sure they were yelling at each other in VoIP. He probably, the moment he was glimpsed back, should have just started pushing that mid lane again hard, being like, well, you sent me back, we gotta salvage what we can, get some damage on this tier 3.
BKB, you know? Taking a fight.
Yeah, he actually could have BKB'd that off, so all questionable plays, but it doesn't look like Golden Boys wanted to take the fight, and it is something where Shadow Fiend and Ember Spirit are heroes who can stand up to super creeps. It's hard because he still doesn't have a big damage item other than the Battle Fury on Ember, but certainly with Razors, with that little bit of cleave, you can deal with these supers.
Vega's MKB ahead of the Shadow Fiend Butterfly.
Yeah.
Was looking for that Butterfly timing, but Rex money, no one. The Aegis is not running out.
They have to fight, I think.
This is the last fight. If you
no!
Matara!
He does get the Searing Chains. He has to use a defensive Remnant, not the best. And yeah, it's gonna be a back out from Vega. They still, yeah, he has a Lincoln, but they still have the Aegis, and all that Meld Strike's gonna be fun. Yeah, you don't dodge that. So, gets him down to half health, but this tower, it's already going. Necronomicon creeps doing a lot of work with those passives, and also the Inner Beast. And SF, he's gonna try to raise stuff down here, I think, but it's not gonna work. Searing Chains don't latch, and again, Sleight of Fist is just not enough work, and they're happy. They go Rex.
Oh man, Starladder destroyed. Snowball buys him a little bit of time. Tasha turns on the God Strike. He goes into the key winds up the ultimate. Winds it, destroys a lot of that spot HP. So dropping low, it is dropped low enough, and now Keita gonna get nice chain. Will buy a little bit of time. They rob the SF. Now he's vulnerable. Are they gonna pick him off? The tank is down. Witch Doctor taken out. One gonna get that Dazzle Strike. 100 damage. The Dazzle lane going pew pew, and down goes Shadow Fiend. I think this might be game here. Skylock will last time this game, and TA Ultra Rampage, friends, Rampage. There we go. 11 to 16. Vega closed out in style. Game number 1. Vega, Squadron, and well, GB, they had a
Yeah, even with the Requiem of Souls hitting a half of Vega, TA still 3-shot the Slaughter and Tusk, so just rough.
That was pretty insane there from Vega Squadron. I mean, 33 minutes, I thought